I realize I got myself. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Storytime, and I am back with another lit video today. Before we get started into this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and don't forget to follow me on all of my social medias listed in the description box below. Let me pull this out. We on the road to 1,000 subscribers, guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys for tuning into the last story time. Y'all know I always have to take a break from YouTube because so much happens within my life, like on a consistent and daily basis, that I gotta give time for these story times to actually happen. So when I bring it to you guys, y'all know what the fuck going on, okay? And as I keep going with this shit in life, it just gets crazier and crazier. And I love it, genuinely. Like, it's definitely an important thing for me. It, you know, you can tell this is my niche for YouTube. I'm good at it. No pullbacks, no punches, no none of that crazy nonsense. It's just real, and we just gotta take it for how we take it, right? All right, guys. So let's get into this story time, guys. So this story time is about my neighbor. This story time is about the guy next door, as you can see by the title of the video. So for the purpose of this video, we're gonna call him Trey, as per chat GPT tell me. We're gonna call him Trey. Alright, so you guys know when I moved over here, that was last July actually. When I moved around here, Chris had came over to this house after I did the inspection, right before I was moving over, and he wrote a note for the next door neighbor, letting him know, like, you got a neighbor coming here. She's just a single mom with 2 kids. We just wanted to introduce ourselves to the neighborhood. You know, like, he wrote it next door because I think Chris might have seen him in passing, or just seen him around the area as we were moving that day. I didn't really care to do that. I never cared to know him, see him, or anything like that. Like, I guess that's a thing that you either probably have to get into at 30, but I'm not really big on, like, the neighbors. Like, I don't really care for the neighbors and who's in the neighborhood. Like, I mind my business, I handle my business, and I go as I go. Like, I can literally walk past whoever I live next to and don't know them. Now, I know that might be a bad thing, because it's like, what if something happened, you know, like, your neighbors need to know. And I think that's kind of, I want to say that's kind of how we got close, but I think we got cool before then. Because if y'all remember, I told you guys, somebody had called my mom and said that they had me kidnapped and my children kidnapped at one point last year. When SWAT and the police came to my house and my job, you know, everybody's looking for me, and they're like, we haven't seen her car in a few days. Whole time, my car was actually in the shop getting my transmission fixed. So everybody's trying to figure out where the fuck I am, and they're like, she don't even talk to us for real. So, you know, like, okay, so here's what had happened. So me and Trey had got close as the time went on, after we actually introduced ourselves and everything, and we started talking. And he's a really smart guy. He got like 10 years on me. He's like 35. Divorced guy, lives with his cousin next door, lives with his guy cousin. So a few times out of the week, we, you know, like, usually on the weekends at night, like after I put the kids to sleep, I just go right next door, because, like, our houses are, like, they're pretty close. So, like, from his house, like, I just come over, like, right next door, and we had some drinks, we smoked, we talked, you know, like, we just getting to know each other, like just, you know, vibing out, like just having actual conversations. So, you know, he became the only neighbor in my neighborhood that I actually spoke to, like on a daily basis. And like, you know, so from there our relationship grew, and I told him about Quinn coming. So when he knew about Quinn, you know, let Quinn on the phone with me, or like I put it in my pocket, or I hang up and I just don't call back. So I remember at one point in time, like I had put Quinn on the phone. He was like, maybe you should introduce me to her because she might feel a little jealous that you're hanging out. I'm like, I'm an adult. Like, I do need other, like, to speak to other adults. Like, whether it's you or somebody else, like, I need adult time. Like, I'm in my kid's face and they're in my face 24/7. So I did introduce him on the phone. I was like, you know, say hi. And her ignorant, rude ass was like, I feel like you're taking my baby dad away from me. Which was very strange and weird to say to a man, because like, he's not gay. Or at first I did think he was gay, I'm not gonna lie, and I did tell him this, but it was just kind of weird. So I don't really know how that really kind of transpired. Their relationship was weird from the jump, I want to say, like, until she started, you know, when she came here, he was like, Storm, next time you come over, invite her over. Like, just invite her over, and, you know, maybe she can see, like, we're chill. Like, I'm a nice guy. Like, I'm not bothered by anything, you know, like, he has a sister who's bisexual. So to me, I was like, okay, you know, like, he understands that I like women. Like, we would never have no issues, right? Man, was I just about wrong. Or at least I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. I might be. Might not be. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you this story time. And you guys let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong or not. So what had happened was, on this particular night, me and Quinn, or rather Quinn is really so into it with me. Now, me personally, I feel like as a Cancer, because I'm very much so in touch with my emotions and how I feel, and I'm very emotionally intelligent as an adult as well, I check out of shit quick. And especially when I know it's bothering me. So I want to say at least about the month in that Quinn was here, I was already checked out of it. It was more or less like, you promised you would help her and all of that. And it was like, I felt like I wanted to keep that promise, but I don't really think I technically like could have, because of what was going on. Like, you know, I brought you here off the strength of like to help you out and all of that. And while I did expect and prepare for my bills to go up just a little bit, I didn't expect them to jump from this to like cool here, but here's where it was. So one particular night, I'm over his house. We just, you know, we hadn't seen each other in a minute. I had, you know, just started working at my job overnight, and I was sleeping today. So like, catching him was like kind of crazy, and he was like, we gonna fight, like I haven't seen you, like what's up, like we didn't kick back and chill or whatever. So, you know, one night I actually got time to actually take my ass over there, and I went over there, and I'm just, you know, I walked in the door, and the first thing I noticed is like he's sitting on the couch. So I just want y'all to picture this. So when you first walk in the door, he has a couch going this way, like a love seat. He has another love seat on the opposite side. When you first open the door, that's like the first thing you see. When you look to the side, that's love seat. I usually always sit on this side. I've never actually sat on that love seat because he usually sits there. So I've never sat there, and I've never sat next to him ever. So when I go over there or me and Quinn go over there, I sit on the couch over to the side. He's on the opposite side of the couch, and he has his laptop out, and he has a blanket, and he got some drinks, and he's just like, he seemed kick back and chill. So when I first I was like, oh, like, you having a night to yourself? Like, I'll catch you later. He was like, no, come in. So I automatically sit in my spot, like being over there so much, that's my spot. So I sit there, and he's like, what's going on? So I was like, I'm ready for her to get the fuck out. Like, I'm ready for her to go, man. Like, she's stressing me out, like, and it's gotten to a point where it's like, I don't even care what the fuck the situation is. I just want her to leave. Like, I don't care what is going on. I'm not trying to reconcile anything. I'm not trying to drop any beef or anything like that. I don't really give a fuck. I just want her away from me because she's like invading my space, and it's bothering me. Like, so on his laptop, he's watching like the Terrifier movie with that black and white clown that don't say nothing. And I think I've seen it, and he was like, come over here. Like, you like horror movies, right? Like, come over here, come see it. So I just took my ass out. Like, oh shit, okay, cool. So I get over there, like, I didn't think nothing of it. And I sat right next to him. So we get to talking. He was like, Storm, I told you, she only want to do better because you want to do better. Like, she wants to do what you want to do. And you know what's crazy? Her ex had said the same thing. Like, she don't have a personality. She's a chameleon. Like, whatever somebody else wants to do, she wants to follow along with it. So we talking about this and breaking this down. I'm like, right, because, you know, when I said, as you guys know, I am in med school. So without much support and my children being so young, I'm not sure if I would actually be able to go into nursing right after school. As long as I do a certain amount of clinical hours and, you know, pass my state exam every year, I'll be able to keep my nurse's license until I feel as though my children are at least big enough and old enough to, you know, be at home so that I can work. Because as a nurse, you know, you're not going to have a set schedule, and I really don't think I can afford to do that with my children being so little and very little support. You know, it's not like I have too much family down here. While they have that uncle, that's still also kind of limited. So it's like, I don't know. But then I did have a backup plan, and I'm telling him about it. I'm like, you know, like, I want to go get my CNA license, because then I know I will be able to maneuver around that shift. And I was like, you know, my CDL as well. When I said that, he was like, she said something about the CDL. I guess in the last time that they had talked, and it, you know, it got to a point where I guess we all got cool. She went over there sometimes and talked. And talked to him. So, you know, like, the relationship was kind of thrown off, because I'm like, he's my friend. Like, he's not your friend. You didn't even like him. You were very rude and disrespectful at times, and it was just like, you just came over there. Like, I didn't invite you, but then it's not my house to not invite you, but he's always fucking inviting you. And, you know, we getting into that situation and talking about that, and then he was like, Storm, have you ever noticed something specifically about Quinn? And I was like, what? He was like, how did, like, for me as a man to see a woman act feminine around me. So, you know, I'm listening to him as he's explaining this, and I was like, oh, yeah, because she tried to act like a nigga around me, but she act like a bitch when she come around you, right? So he was like, I can't say that, you know, like, he is a respectful guy. So, you know, I'm just like, yeah, I've noticed it. Like, he's like, that don't seem weird to you? I was like, I don't know, like, did you, like, are you trying to buy something from her? Like, what do you mean? So he was like, no, Storm, like, I wouldn't do that. You my guy. She came with you, so it's like, I'm like, okay, cool. So we getting into that conversation, and I'm looking at the movie, and we get to talking about it. I'm like, I've seen some of this before. Next thing I know, I told you, he had this blanket on him. So in the front of our houses, they're stone. It is very cold in the living room. Like, when it's super cold, I have to jack the heat all the way up when the kids are playing in there, because I know how cold it get. He doesn't really care for that. Like, him being an adult, him being a man, he can do that, which I do too. When I'm home by myself, I don't turn not near air on. Like, I get under a blanket, but you really can't do that when you got kids, right? So he's trying to put the blanket on when you're like, Storm, it's cold. Like, here, take the blanket. So I'm like, no. Like, I already had a couple drinks, so I'm actually hot. Like, I'm not cold. I got my hoodie on. I think I had like a pair of these on, and I'm like, I'm cool. Like, I'm not cold. Now, that happened a few times where he kept doing that. And here's what I want to put out first before I finish. I'm not saying he touched me inappropriately. I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm simply stating what exactly had happened. Now, this is important for you guys to know, because I am not, you know, it's a lot of black men in this world that get accused for shit that they did not do. That is not what's happening. I'm telling you what exactly happened, and this is the reason why I have not been back over there to chill out and hang out with him. Now, we still do speak in passing. He says hi, how you doing, how your day, says hi to the kids say hi to him, and we go our separate ways like that. You know, I don't feel as though it's any beef, but this is something that I feel like needs to be said. So I'm telling him like, no. So the last instance was when he put it over me, he started rubbing my shoulders as I'm telling him about Quinn and about how I'm feeling, because it's like I'm telling him like I don't want to put her on the streets, but I know she will latch and go find somebody else. Like, like that's what I'm telling him. So he was like, it's okay. Like, you really stressed out. He was like, I can tell by how much you've been working. I was like, yeah, it's gotten to a point where I don't really want to be home. And that's true, because even after
Sorry, I don't understand.
Why you always talking when I'm talking? And, like I'm telling him that, and I'm like, yeah. He was like, I seen when you had got the kids, like you be out. I was like, yeah, because I don't want to be in the house when she's in the house, because it's always some bullshit. Like, and I don't deal with bullshit too well. Like, I don't deal with bullshit for like over an extended period of time. Like, every day is something. Every day is you in another bitch face. You this, and then it's like, if I say something about what you got going on, it's like, oh, I'm downplaying you because I got more than you. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not winning here. So, like, not too long after that had happened, where he's rubbing on my shoulders, like, he did pour me a drink. I remember I never actually drunk it. I don't know specifically why. I just did not. Like, I had stopped smoking. I think this is around the time where I actually pulled back from smoking for real. Like, and I definitely dropped the drinking. Like, so it was like, I only drink when I'm like really outside and with my homegirl. So it was like, shit, I still got the same bottle that I had that I took over to that bitch, to his fucking house like months ago, like a couple months ago. Like, yeah. So, Quinn wasn't even at the house at that time. Like, I did tell him, like, she's not here. Like, she left. He was like, damn, no shit. I was like, yeah, like, she's not here. Quinn had came back, I think, like, maybe a day or two later. Now, here is the part where I'm about to stop this video here and let you guys hear the messages, the voice messages from me and Quinn about this situation. Because I had told her what had happened. Not specifically, like, to tell on him, but, like, I just figured, like, out of all the other shit that she was doing, I was like, maybe woman to woman, she'll either understand where I'm coming from or she'll tell me. Because how it came off was, I'm not sure of how Trey's intentions was. Like, I feel like I want to ask him. I'm not sure how to go about it. I should not have ever asked her. I probably should have asked my best friend. Like, I should have asked probably people in my YouTube group chat. Like, people with fucking common sense. Because I just, like, I feel like, part of me feel like I was misunderstanding it. Another part of me feel like, no, like, that, like, he was being too horny. He was trying to make an advance. And you kind of did the right thing by leaving, because that's what happened. Like, I just abruptly got up and I was like, all right, I'll catch you later, and I left. Like, usually I'm over there for a long time. Like, I'm over there in the middle of the night. Like, I probably leave at like 2, 3, and we just smoking, drinking. Like, we talking about podcasts, YouTube, we talking about a whole bunch of different shit. That particular night was probably the shortest time I've ever spent over there. And I want to say, like, it almost made me feel uncomfortable, but at the same time, it's like, I didn't feel too pressed, but I just feel like something was trying to be made happen that I just had to get myself away from, because it's like, no, I'm not on that type of time. Like, again, I don't give a fuck what I do. Y'all can't never say y'all ever seen me with a nigga for a reason, because I've always been with bitches. Like, so it's like, y'all can hear about what I've done for some money with some niggas, but y'all can't ever say, like, nah, we ain't finna do that. On top of that, he knows about that. Like, he knows about that. Like, he's watched my YouTube, he's on my YouTube and subscribed to my YouTube. So, like, like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of a weird situation, because I don't really know how to put it for real. Like, I don't really know how to get this through, to be honest, because like I don't really know what had happened. But I do know for facts it did happen. He kept putting that blanket over me. At the end, when he rubbed my shoulders, was the last time that slid. Like the first time, I'm like, nah, I don't want the blanket. Like I'm like, all right, he trying to be nice, but it's not cold. I'm hot. I don't want the blanket. But then when he went to rub my shoulders, I was like, yeah, see, all right, just remove yourself from the situation. You know, like, cool. Like, I want to say I know he's a man, but like, self control is a thing. Niggas seem to fuck themselves up when they don't have self control. Now, if I like men, I could possibly say like he lucked out, but like I don't. So it's like I feel like our friendship just kind of took a downfall, and probably for no reason, maybe for a misunderstanding. But I personally have tried to reach out to him to ask him like, and to just speak about this as adults. He really won't text me back. I think he blocked me, but again, we still do speak in passing. So, you know, it's kind of that type of situation. Now, in the messages from the last story time, y'all seen Quinn say something about, oh, the neighbor said that didn't happen. Now, it went from what y'all about to hear in these voice messages to that. So, y'all listen to the voice messages. They're about 5 minutes long, and I'll come back and say what I gotta say and close it out. So yeah, y'all watch that. I'll be back in just a second. I'm starting to feel like what he did the other night had different intentions, or the intentions that made me feel uncomfortable, because he's never like walked past me and not spoke, like, since we've ever been like introduced. And I just I feel like maybe he feel like or know that he was wrong, or maybe he didn't say anything, maybe because you was there. But well, that's strange in itself, right?
Now you know damn well that's strange as hell because he was calling me his fucking friend. I don't have time for the weird shit. It could go one or two ways, and I'm trying to keep it as cool as I possibly can because the circumstances and having to live here, and not wanting drama where we lay our heads. But he can either keep it cute and be very, very demure. Keep it very demure. Or we could act up and we go from there. Cause me, I'll leave. I'll move and I won't be there. And you could stay there because that's usually the way that they do things. They would make the actual problem leave if it's one individual. Which I feel like it will be. Because I don't feel like he would buck back. I feel like he'd probably be shocked at the fact that, one, I know that this has happened. Two, that I was not here when this happened, so he knows that will most likely upset me. So he knows why I would be mad. That's why he didn't speak. He knows that you would have probably told me, which is why he didn't speak. I find it very weird. Yes, I do. Do I have time for it? No, I don't. Do you? Fuck no, you don't. Why? Because we have so many other things to think about, don't you think, babe? Like, I really don't want to think about it because every time I do, it pisses me off. And I want to go say something, but I don't want to because I don't want to jeopardize where we lay our heads. I don't want to do that. That's not my intentions. So I'm going to be as peaceful as I can possibly be. But I do know that he does need to keep his distance from me, from you, and from the girls. It's simple. We have nothing to say to him, Since he has nothing to say to us, whenever I see him outside, if I am by myself and he says something, I will kindly ignore him. I will kindly let him know to stop talking to me, because I don't like that. That's the types of vibes that I don't like from niggas, and this is what I was afraid of from the get-go when I told him that I don't like him, because I feel like he's trying to take you from me. I feel like he doesn't really, like, he feels like, or he thinks that you swing both ways and you do not. I think that he feels like the escorting thing is a cover up to you actually liking to fuck on men, and I don't like that either. Um, yeah, we gon' dead shit, cause I don't have time. Chris did text me. He told me that he wanted to smoke. I don't know if you are okay with that or not. I don't know if y'all are into it, or if y'all are like not speaking, or if he is just not able to come over here. I would like an answer to that before I actually, or he actually pulls up, because I was just gonna give him a doobie and send him on his way. It doesn't matter to me either way. It goes. It's your call, because that is your situationship. Not as in I'm saying, you know what I mean.
You see? Okay, so let's recap. You see how she said, how I said she had said she felt like, she told him that she felt like he was taking her baby dad, which is me. You see how she just said that in the messages, right? So it went from that to what she said in the last message when she said, oh, Trey said that never happened. You know, it's always, now, the reason why I bring this up is because whether she went to go say something to him when I put her out, and he lied about it, or she's lying, I don't really know. But I do people want to lie on me though? Like, bro, I told her what happened literally the next day, like that next morning. Like, I think I left his house maybe at like 12, 1, like 12-ish. Like, it was hella early for us to stop chilling. So, like, I left the house, and it was just like, I told her that next morning, like, and I just like, or that next night, whatever time step say. So, like, it was the weirdest thing that, like, that then transpired, you know. And then when I sit back and have to think about it, like, a couple other things has been said or has happened that I probably should have paid closer attention to. So, like, on Valentine's Day, Quinn had got me, y'all seen, she got me that fake Louis bag or something. She took that with her when she left. Like, I don't care. But I remember her saying, like she had this, she bought this bear or something, and like candy, which I gave to the kids, and like just this thing here, this here, which Mila wears as a bracelet sometimes, like, and I had it sitting there. And I think around Valentine's Day, I was over at his house, and now, from him knowing about me being an escort, he had mentioned, like, yeah, I seen you on the page, like, and we had gotten into a conversation about him trying to fuck a midget, or like him trying to get a visit from a midget. One day during Valentine's Day, or it was around that area, like, it either had to be Valentine's Day or, you know, one of the two. A girl comes, this thick, bald head BBW. I mean, ass like this, y'all. She came in, and I'm like his friend, and she had came and sat down. So I'm thinking, this a hoe. I look at him, I'm like, you want me to go? So he like, so I text him, like, I'm texting him, like, you want me to leave? Like, I'm finna slide out. You feel me? Like, cause I'm thinking like he didn't pay for a visit. Like, I gotta get my ass up out of here. Like, it was like, you feel me? Like, I need to get my ass up out of there. So he was like, Storm, you funny. Like, you a real nigga. Like, you funny, but like, nah. So, you know, she sit down next to me on that couch where I'm used to sitting. And she's like, hi. And I was like, hi. I introduced myself, gave her a hug. She was like, she just had like, a friends of time, Galentine's, that shit. And she had like this 2-piece set on. She was like, ooh, it was, okay, I'm sorry. And you feel me? Like, she had these little drinks out. She was like, you want to try this? Like, and I let her have some of my shot. And next thing I know, we playing Uno. We playing drunk Uno. Losers, take a shot. You feel me? We chilling. In the midst of that, he was like, y'all want to play strip Uno? Now, I'm about drunk as hell already. Like, me and him was already drinking. Me and him already smoking. When she came, I don't know what she had, but that shit, like, had me on my ass. Like, real bad. So he was like, I'm down with it. You feel me? Like, I'm finna go get dressed right now. So I was like, shit, my house right there. I was like, you don't know how many clothes I put on. I ain't coming out nothing. She only had this 2-piece set on. So she was like, I'm finna lose. In my mind, it was like, I'm supposed to be your homegirl now. Like, why the hell would you invite me to play strip Uno? Again, I didn't think nothing of it, and I still don't. But when I think back on it, I'm like, okay, if that was his intentions, maybe them was the signs that led up to what had happened. Now, genuinely, I have tried to reach out to him, like not even on no funny shit, but just like, hey, like, can we talk? Can I ask you a question? He hasn't really responded. And then when I did actually ask him, like, did you block my number? Like, just walking and passing, he was like, no. And I'm just sitting here like, all right. You know, like, I let the situation go and be that. But what I really can't do is allow the lie to just go ahead without me addressing it. Because it's like, no, like, I ain't tripping. I remember that shit. Like, I wasn't even drunk. Like, I was actually sober as hell. Like, I think I smoked with him maybe that night, but I definitely didn't drink. Like, I had already drunk before. Like, I had a couple of shots before I left the house. I didn't drink anything that he had over there. He had, like, the Lanazola. I didn't drink the shit. I didn't. Like, I just went over there really to talk and to clear my mind, because it was like, I was like, you feel me? Like, she already gone, but, like, I know she coming back. Like, I know that's going to happen. So it was like, you feel me? Like, shit, that's really it, y'all. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about the situation. I don't really need no advice on how to proceed with the situation, because, like I said, I don't feel like it's any beef. I said what I had said, you know, that was the truth. I did tell Quinn the next literal day, and, you know, it's just like, I don't know, like, it's just like, you feel me? Like, I feel like it's like, damn, I kind of lost a good friend. And to be honest, I'm not even 100% sure why. Like, it's like, I don't know, maybe he feel a kind of way because maybe he didn't mean it in that way. And then he was like, oh, she went to go tell her. Like, he don't want the drama. He don't want the problems. Like, okay, cool. Or it was like, okay, I got caught. And you feel me? Like, it was more of that situation. I don't know, but that is the reason why I don't hang out with the neighbor anymore. And because of what happened. Now, I'm not really sure which one it is, because we've never talked about it, but all I can do is speak for how it made me feel, what happened, the truth about what happened, who I told, and all of that. So that's it for this story time, guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, turn on your post notifications on. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social medias in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next video, because we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers.
Baby, I'm talking crazy. I need you running